Forest of Dreams. Once upon a time, there was a little boy named Mike. Mike lives in a beautiful small town, surrounded by dense forests. Whenever night fell, Mike would always sneak into the forest and venture out there. He likes to explore the forest very much, because there are many beautiful creatures and mysterious landscapes in the forest. One day Mike decided to explore deeper into the forest. He walked through many dense jungles, crossed a stream and a prairies. As the sun started to set, he found himself lost. He walked for a long time in the forest until he didn't know where to go. As night fell, he was very frightened. He started looking for a safe place to spend the night until the next morning. Finally, he found a small cave, and he went in, curling up in a corner, trying to keep himself warm and safe. In the stillness of the night, Mike began to feel very alone and scared. He started to miss his family and friends, and he wanted to get back home soon. But he also knew he needed to be brave through the night. He began to imagine his own adventurous adventures to distract himself. He imagined himself exploring a mysterious place and discovering one surprise and one beauty after another. As he continued to imagine his adventure, he suddenly felt a strange power. He felt his body gradually lift up, felt a lightness, as if he was flying. When he opened his eyes, he found himself flying above the forest. He was very surprised, but also very excited, and he looked down and saw a lot of beautiful scenery. Then he saw a huge waterfall and a beautiful lake under the waterfall. There were many colorful fish and turtles in the lake. He saw a high mountain with snow on the top, and he saw some wild animals, like wolves and deer and rabbits. When Mike was flying over the forest, he suddenly saw a wonderful place, which he had never seen before. This place looks like a magical forest with some strange creatures and plants in it. Mike flew down curiously, and he began to explore this magical forest. As he walks through the forest, he finds some very strange creatures, like a little fox with blue fur and a firefly with glowing butterfly wings. He also discovers an ancient temple containing a mysterious treasure. He opened the treasure and found a magic crystal, which he felt could help him return to the real world. When he picked up the crystal, he began to feel his body gradually getting heavier, and he knew that he was about to return to the real world. When he opened his eyes again, he found himself lying in the cave. He felt very strange. He didn't know if it was a dream or something really happened. But he knows he's had a magical adventure that he will never forget. When Mike woke up the next morning, he decided to tell his family and friends the story of his last night's adventure. When they heard his story, they were all very interested, and they decided to go together to the magical forest and see all the things he had described. They had a great time in the forest. They saw many beautiful sights and wonderful creatures. They even found the ancient temple, but they found that the treasure was gone, probably taken by Mike. After leaving the forest, they returned home, and everyone had a very happy holiday, although they didn't see the fantasy forest that Mike said. But Mike always remembers his adventures, and he knows that what he saw in his dreams is real, which inspires him to continue exploring this beautiful world. Growing up, Mike always remembered the magical forest and his dream adventures. This makes him an excellent explorer, traveling to every corner of the world and discovering more wonderful things and beautiful scenery. Finally, he returned to the magical forest, and he found that the temple had appeared again, and there was a brand new treasure inside. He opened the treasure chest and found a precious gem that could grant any wish he had. He decided to use this gem to protect this beautiful forest and the creatures in it, so that this place will always be clean and beautiful. Mike returned to his home. He told his family and friends about his new adventure. They were all very surprised and interested. So we decided to continue to explore this beautiful world together and discover more wonderful things and magnificent scenery together. The end. The story is over. Hope you enjoy this bedtime story and have a good dream. Good night.